bed look like it's been slept in and not made very often. And Josh actually has a very specific way to do this. I've asked him.
Where the actor's actually going to be looking.
You're doing great.
I'm really good at sitting in one place and doing very little.
Pillows, more pillows. Yeah. Oh, all right, that's probably good.
Probably like the best job on set.
Yeah, let's make it.
That stinks.
Real Gone. This was a short film I made, not for Red Giant. I wrote and directed it as part of Film Riot's epic summer short series in 2015. With Real Gone, I had a personal goal. I felt that my style was becoming predictable and complacent, and I wanted to see if I could pull off a darker and more dramatic tone. Before I even started writing, I compiled a bunch of reference imagery, mostly from True Detective, and put together a mood board. I like to take the images from my mood board and put them through Adobe Color to generate color palettes, which are insanely helpful for production design, especially if you're having to do it all yourself, which is often the case when you're starting out. Having this color palette provides you or anyone offering to help you with a central reference point as you start to buy wardrobe and props. Which shirt should you get? Look to the color palette. Which leg cast is better? Look to the color palette. Focus on buying only things within that color scheme. This contributes to an overall cohesive look that you're going for. When I'm doing my own production design, I start my wardrobe and prop shopping at Goodwill and Walmart. Amazon is convenient, but it's much more reliable to be holding something in my hand and confirm that it's compatible with the visions in my head. Walmart also often has really useful generic brand stuff that is not copyrighted, like these chips.
Where's chips?
I also make sure to buy a ton of Ziploc gallon freezer bags and plastic storage bins. I'll organize all my props in these baggies and bins, labeling them by their scene and location. This helps me keep me organized, but more importantly, it makes delegating tasks on the day of the shoot crazy easy, as I can just hand someone a Ziploc bag full of stuff and say, use this to go set deck the bathroom. Hunting for locations. It's gotten a lot more convenient with sites like Airbnb and Avay, but just be sure with Airbnb to always be 100% honest about your intentions to shoot. And always go out of your way with any location to communicate that you're flexible to adjust your production to keep things convenient for them, and that you will go above and beyond to make sure it's a seamless and pleasant experience for them if they let you shoot there. Which is what we had to do with this clinic where we shot the hospital room scenes for Real Gone. We showed up on the day and there had been a miscommunication, and the doctor in charge was clearly not excited about letting a pile of people in to film some dumb movie. So my producer Ann Fogarty and I, we immediately went out of our way to convey that we were willing to strip down our production and rearrange our plans to whatever extreme necessary to make him comfortable with us. He ended up finding us a storage closet and provided us with a gurney and some peripheral medical stuff to use as set deck. The only thing that he couldn't provide us was an IV tube. So we sent one of our PAs to Target to find anything that could stand in for an IV tube. And the only thing they could find was a bright red bike lock, which totally shouldn't work, but you didn't notice it until I told you. So as far as I'm concerned, it worked.
This is where you flash forward to me either having successfully changed the color of it in post, or to me drinking my sorrows away in front of YouTube as people comment on the crimson red IV tube. Either way, it's a win-win.
For the ambulance scene, I intentionally approached it from a place of pragmatism and reality, knowing we probably didn't have enough money or clout to get real ambulances. So I just told Ann to see if ambulances were an option, but to plan on just finding us a church van or something, which I would put far in the background, out of focus, with some cheap party siren lights flashing red and a bunch of people running around in the foreground to distract from it. By having a backup plan essentially as my plan A, it took the pressure off all of us and made finding ambulances a much more exciting bonus, which Ann ended up doing. So start with plan B, then allow for plan A as an extra bonus. Think, realistically.